It's the love shot. Na 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 na. Oh, it's the love shot.
잔인할 만큼 아름다워. I bring the pain like this that pink venom, this that pink venom, this that pink venom. Get 'em, get 'em, get 'em. Straight till you don't like. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Straight till you don't like. Taste that pink venom, taste that pink venom, taste that pink venom. Get 'em, get 'em, get 'em. Straight till you don't like. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Straight till you don't like.
야 누가 내 수저 더럽대 I don't care 마이크 잡은 금수저 여러 배 버럭해 잠못 익은 것들 새끼 여러 개 거두벌 씹어 죽겠다 에이 거두개 Right that's now in the stars tonight So watch me bring the fire set the night light Shoes on get up in the morning
Hello everyone and welcome to our K-pop music podcast. I'm Manu and today we have a special episode featuring two guests who are both passionate K-pop fans. We will be discussing the latest and the greatest in the industry, so let's get started. First up, we have Ring. Hi Ring, it's great to have you here.
Hello, thank you for having me today.
Okay, so and next we have Jin. Hi Jin, how are you doing today?
Hi, I'm doing great. Thanks for having me.
Okay, so to begin, can you give us a brief overview of the history of K-pop and how it has evolved over time?
So for me, I think K-pop started to gaining their popularity in the year 1990s with a group like Sao Taiji and Boys and H.O.T. But it wasn't until the early 2000s that K-pop really started to take off globally with groups like TVXQ, Super Junior, and Girl Generation.
Okay, so let's talk about recent years. We have seen K-pop reach new highs of popularity with groups like BTS and Blackpink. How do you think the K-pop industry has changes to facilitate this global success?
I think one of the biggest changes we have seen in this K-pop industry is the use of social media and online platform to reach a wider audience. Like K-pop agencies have been savvy in using platforms like Twitter and YouTube to promote their artists and songs and also to connect with the fans.
Yeah, and we also seen a trend towards more international collaborations and tours, which has helped to increase the global appeal of K-pop.
Definitely, and speaking of popularity, K-pop fandoms are known for being passionate and dedicated to their favorite groups. What do you guys think about this aspect of K-pop culture?
I think it's amazing to see how passionate K-pop fans can be. It's inspiring to see people coming together around music and forming these strong communities and also in a good way.
Yeah, like I agree with that because I think that K-pop fandoms can be sometimes inclusive and also welcoming at the same time, and it's great to see people from all over the world coming together around to share a love of music.
And one of the biggest challenges in the K-pop industry is the issue of mental health. We have seen multiple cases of artists suffering from mental health issues, and unfortunately, some have resulted in tragic endings.
Yes, it's a really sad reality in this industry. The pressure to maintaining a perfect image, working long hours, and dealing with online hate can all take a toll on a artist's mental health.
Yeah, it's important for fans to remember that these artists are human beings and they need our support and understanding.
Oh, and another issue that has been a topic of discussion in the K-pop industry is lack of diversity. While K-pop has been become a global phenomenon, many have criticized the industry for its lack of representation of different races and ethnicities.
Yeah, that's true, Jane. It is very important for this industry to become more inclusive and to give more opportunities to the artists from different backgrounds.
Ah, okay. Okay, so with the success of K-pop also comes some like citizens. What are some of the citizens that have been leveled against in the industry and how valid do you think they are?
So one criticism that we often hear is that K-pop is too manufactured and that the artists are not given enough creative freedom. While there may be some truth to this, I think we also need to recognize the incredible amount of training and hard work that goes into producing a successful K-pop group.
Um, Another criticism is the intense pressure and scrutiny that K-pop idols face, particularly when it comes to their appearance and behavior. This is definitely a valid concern, and there have been instances where this pressure has had negative effects on the mental health of K-pop idols.
That's a really important point, and I think it's important to acknowledge that K-pop idols are people too, and they like should be allowed to have some degrees of privacy and autonomy.
Yeah, absolutely. And I also think that it also works in that there are some K-pop group and artists who who are pushing back against some of the industry norms and expectation, and that is really exciting to see such as dating or getting married.
Yeah, we have seen groups like BTS use their platform to talk about important social issues and promote self-love and acceptance. And I think that's really powerful.
Yes, and as we know that K-pop really hits globally, I'm really sure that each of the artist agency really gains a lot of profits for the company and artists themselves.
Yeah, that's really true. For example, most of them got a world tour where they go to host concert in many countries.
Ah, yeah, I used to do that. I used to travel from my country, Cambodia, to Thailand to the concert. But now, since I already live in Thailand, where many groups would come to the shows, it won't be hard for me anymore as I don't need to spend a lot on flight tickets. And well, did you guys also know that it's not only for a K-pop world tour, but also they gain another percentage of profit just by selling the artist's official merch. Because speaking from my experiences, not only do I go to the concert, but also I spend a lot of money on their merch too.
Oh wow! Can I know what merch are you collecting?
Well, it sounds funny to say this, but I'm collecting an official photo card. It's like a Pokemon card, but just this one has a man's face on it. And also, additional point, do you guys actually know that nowadays K-pop fan also help a lot of business too?
I don't know, but how could you tell me?
Well, you know that the fans would host a birthday party or any other celebration of an idol at a coffee shop for the fandom to attend. And those who are attending, they just need to buy a drink or some food from the shop to exchange for a gift. And just imagine as a small store owner or that business's owner selling a drink at least 50 to 100 cups for a day.
But for now, we would see them also help the poor business. For example, as they went to a street food shop, the owner, the fan who created the event, would pay for like 100 of a meal and post up on Twitter for fandom to get to eat for free.
Talking about the celebration of K-pop idols' birthdays, I remember they also use this advertising to the public. Like for example, they rent a big LED screen at a shopping mall at BTS trains to put up their artist designs. For example, like "Happy birthday to Kim Taeyong" or "Happy birthday to Park Jin like that.
Yeah, I agree. The advertising is pretty strong. I used to see them put up a lot of banners behind many tuk-tuk.
Yeah. As Manu mentioned, those holiday screen advertisement. I always travel from place to place just to see that screen in person and take a picture.
Wow, that's a great point. And speaking of favorite groups, who are some other K-pop groups that you both are really into right now? Like for me, absolutely BTS.
Well, for now, I'm really into NCT and the boys right now. I love their music and their visual are always great and especially they're funny and entertaining accompany me too during my boring times.
And for me, I'm so excited to say, but I'm really into EXO. They have a unique sound and their geography is always really impressive.
Those are great choices. And before we wrap up, I have last question for you both. What do you both think like the future of K-pop will be looks like?
Well, personally, I think we will continue to see how K-pop grows and evolves, particularly as more and more international fans because to become interested in this genre, and we may also see more diversity in terms of the type of group and style of the music that are produced.
I agree, and I think we also see more collaborations between K-pop artists and artists from other genres and countries, which will help to expand the reach of K-pop even further.
Yeah, yeah. Not only do they do the singing and dancing for the fan, but also like most of the artists, the biggest famous brand would make a contract with the artist to promote their product brand. Also, you know brand like Celine, Chanel, YSL, and Dior, right? Yeah, like those brand Blackpink member are the brand ambassador for them. Mm.
I think nowadays not just big brands, but also I've seen small brands where they would invite K-pop artists to the fashion show or open ceremony of their brand too.
Oh, I saw that in the news also. Usually they would go to Paris to join the event. And with that, we have come to the end of our podcast. Thanks to both of you for joining me today and sharing your thoughts on the world of K-pop. And thank you to our listeners for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe to our podcast for more discussions on the latest in the K-pop music. So see you next week. Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye.